Hi, I'm Robin Jackson here with your Monday Morning Mind Step, where every single week I show you how you can take one step towards turning your school into a success story with the people and resources you already have. This week, I want to talk to you about how you can hire great teachers for your school. Now, when you're hiring teachers, there are two things that you have to consider, right? The first thing that you have to consider is you have to consider teacher skill. And then the second thing that you have to consider is you have to consider teacher will. And oftentimes, when we make hiring decisions, we only look at the skill side. So we go in and we look at experience. We look at their expertise. And we make our hiring decision just by looking at that. And when you do that, oftentimes you end up with a highly skilled teacher, but who has very low will in terms of moving forward your vision, your mission, and your core values. So when you're interviewing teachers, you don't need to just look at their experience and their expertise. You also need to look at what are their core values, and do they align with your school? Do they buy into your vision? And do they believe in your mission? When you do this, you get a big picture about who that person is and whether or not they're going to be a good fit for your school. But here's the other thing we neglect. After we hire somebody, they come into our school, they still aren't a perfect fit. There's work that you need to do as a builder to help them become a perfect fit. And that really involves giving them the right kind of feedback, giving them really good support, setting up accountability structures in place, and making sure that you have a healthy school culture. If you don't do those four things, no matter how great a candidate they are here, if you funnel them into an unhealthy culture, if you funnel them into a culture where they're not getting good feedback and support and accountability, then that great candidate won't thrive and they will get worse and worse and worse. But when you do funnel them into that, that's how you get someone who is a good fit. So instead of shopping for a great fit by just looking at their experience and expertise, when you are interviewing candidates, ask them questions about their core values. Talk to them about your school vision and mission and see whether or not they truly buy into that and embrace that. And then once they come into your organization, have an onboarding process that helps them get acclimated to what your school is about and who your school is, and continually support them by giving them feedback, support, accountability, and culture so that that great candidate can become a good fit for your organization. Now, if you want to learn more about how to do this, especially the feedback, support, accountability, and culture piece that takes somebody who is maybe a great teacher but helps them make a great fit for your organization, then I invite you to join me at the next Builders Lab. We spend an entire day talking about how to set up and establish great feedback, support, accountability, and culture systems so that you can take all of your teachers in your building and turn them into master teachers. In order to join us at the next Builders Lab, the only thing you need to do is get your ticket by going to mindstepsinc.com/builders-lab. That's mindstepsinc.com/builders-lab.